Hello, I'm Gemma Ensenat. Welcome to my Crafty So-and-So series. It's brand new, which means over the next 8 weeks, I'm going to show you how you can take old things around the home and refashion them into trendy new pieces. Today, I'm starting with turning a record into a retro fruit bowl. So what will you need? Well, it's actually really easy. You need an oven. I presume you've got one of those. Set it to high. You also need a record, or as many records as you want to make bowls from. And if you're thinking about using somebody else's record, make sure you've got their permission first. Might not appreciate it otherwise. You also want something to fashion the record onto when it's in the oven. Now that would be anything that you'd use in the oven normally, so ovenware or even a metal bowl. Something to put it into, like a tray when it's actually in the oven, and an oven mitt, preferably with something that has silicone on one side so that it doesn't attach itself to the record. And this is really straightforward, so let me show you what you're going to do. So put the bowl that you're going to use for refashioning the record into its shape into a baking tray, preferably with sides like this so it can move around and it won't fall off. And then take a record out of its sleeve and place it onto the bowl. Now I can see on top of my bowl that made in India is smack bang in the middle of that bowl. So with the hole, I can see in through the hole, and that's the middle of it. But to be honest, this is going to get very soft very quickly, and if you find that it's not dead center, you can move it around as you're working with it. Just move quickly, that's my advice. And then it's ready to go in the oven. Now what you want to do before putting the record on top of the bowl inside the oven is preheat the oven for maybe about 10 minutes on one of its highest settings. During the actual process itself, you don't want to close the oven door. It needs to stay open so you can keep an eye on it. As and when it starts melting, that's when you're going to take it out. It happens very quickly, 30 seconds to a minute, it will start. Take it out when you think it's close to the point where it needs some help. Now, the great thing about this is if it's not perfectly the shape that you wanted the first time you heat it up, you can just keep putting it back into the oven and reshaping it until it is the shape that you want. Now I'm going for some definite peaks. Put all of that to one side, take the record away from the heat source and leave it to cool, and you know what? That'll be ready to put things into within a couple of minutes. The second it's cold, you can use it. Just want to repeat before we leave this project that you do need the permission of whoever record it is, or buy a couple from a charity shop. You can pick them up for about £1 each. My mum did this to her sister's Elvis record when they were very little. She wasn't impressed, so let that be your warning. You can use this for whatever you like, fruit as you would kind of imagine it to be, or even, because bear in mind it's vinyl or plastic, it's weatherproof, so you could put your clothing pegs in there as a cute little thing outside. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have enjoyed this video, click on the like button or subscribe to the channel. Don't forget you can also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Next week I'll be refashioning an old curtain into a new little perfumed pouch to make your drawers smell lovely. See you then, bye!